What if finding your voice meant you had to talk dirty?
No brushing your teeth? No mouthwash? For up to a week or longer? Ugh.
Well, get your Listerine or your Tom's Organic
Hey,
ready, because here we
we go!
go. This episode is sponsored by ComedySchools.com, where you can learn anything from beginning to advanced. Just contact ComedySchools.com and tell them the DUM Podcast sent you so you can get our special price. Now, here's a message from Tony.
Write me, Tony Visick, at comedyschools@hotmail.com or call me at 818-571-JOKE. That's 818-571-JOKE. Once again, thanks for visiting. We'll see you soon.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the DUM Podcast. I am Don Dario.
And what's up, y'all? I am Kev The Allstar.
Ah, Kev The Allstar. Remember it at this time, brother. Nice to see you, sir. You almost done with school?
Dude, we are within weeks, baby. The 26th is the last day of all assignments being in, so April 26th at that. So very close, my man. Very close.
Hell yeah. Get it, brother. Get that paper. Well, dude, today we have an amazing guest. Let's just introduce him because I know he wants to get in on this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adam Dominguez.
Hey-o!
Mazel tov, in case there's industry watching. We don't.
The rulers of all.
you never know. Yeah, happy to be invited. I'm not gonna lie to you. Scheduled my entire day around this, by which I mean I just woke up.
Outstanding. Hey, but there's a point to that. You were on time.
Oh yeah, that's
major.
Can I just say
speaks volumes?
Yes. And can I just say you're here? That's huge, bro. Like, I've been wanting to have you on the podcast for a long time. Everybody out there, like, this is the homie. We haven't met in person, but we come from the same place. My homie comes from El Paso, Chuco town.
That's where I'm from, El Paso too.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I've been like setting my eyes on you, bro, just because, like, you know, you're from home and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to see more comics from home, dude. So thank you for being on here, man. It's great to have you, bro. Where are you living at now?
So now I live in Vegas. After I left El Paso, I spent some time. I lived in Austin for maybe about a year or two. And this is before comedy. It was just me being fucking party monster.
Oh yeah.
So I was the type of guy to just go and hang out at bars and hang out off the loop in Austin, and did a semester out over there, which didn't even finish it. And then moved out to Las Vegas about 6 years ago. It'll be coming up on 6 years. And since then it's just been nonstop. It has been funny, because it's funny you mentioned, you know, with the El Paso thing, because like what is it? It's like Freddie Soto is like the only famous comic out of there.
He leans aside.
Yeah, he's dead. So I loved him though, bro. He was amazing. He was great. You're coming up though, brother. You're coming up, man. I've been seeing your stuff. You've been getting on a lot of shows. I was supposed to be on a show with you, and I think that's what Kev was talking about earlier, is that it's like we've met, because it's like we always think we're on the same show, but I was looking forward to it. It didn't happen. I think something came up, but it was with Jesse Ever.
Where was that going to be?
Yeah, it was. I think it was gonna be at Purple Turtle. And dude, man, you've done it already though, right, Adam? Because I wanted to see you there, because it's a different beast at that place.
Yeah. I think that's one of the funniest things, is that there's a difference between Okay, growing up El Paso, it's just all bars. That's all it is, right? It's one comedy club and it's just 1,001 bars. There wasn't really a scene when I was getting started, so we had to create our own rooms. Everybody knows it. You force the audience at a Buffalo Wild Wings to listen to your dick jokes. And it's like, this is the only night I have custody of my kids. God damn it. But
Don't worry, the judge will love this story.
Dad took me to this place where this man said some terrible thing. And so I got started in bars. I jokingly tell all the Vegas comics here that I'm a bar type Pokemon. That's just the way it is. And even when I started getting into clubs, it still took that minute of like unlearning, and then starting to deliver club comedy over kind of, dirty blue bar comedy, which if you're a fan of comedy as it is, understand there for every comedian you've met, that dude has 3 or 4 different versions of himself that he has to display to get to pay his bills. And I think doing like Purple Turtle was the first time I did it. It was rowdy as fuck. And I remember the host Jesse came up to me and kept trying to alleviate all my worries, like, hey, don't worry, I'll reset them for you, all got this. And I was just all like, okay, fucking I don't trip about that. I think I was up there for about an hour just
Damn.
blasting up until I met another dude from El Paso, old man, and after he heard how badly I've unlearned Spanish, that dude wanted to fight.
Oh.
Yeah. And at the end of the night, that dude was buying me drinks because you fucking make him laugh. It's
That's what's up.
That's night one. Second time I did Purple Turtle, same thing. Trucker who drove through my hometown. He brought his family, and of course, you're performing for kids. And I'm sitting there talking about how, I used to date a girl with, who had a kid with autism. I mean, the kid still has autism. It's just we're not dating anymore. But yeah. And I'm crossing the line and everything, and that dude comes up on stage, hands me $100 bill, and then he's all like, "Thank you." And I was like, "All right." I think doing those rooms, as much as a lot of comics are ready to go up to like the club level, and you want to do all those stuff, man, that's having a good bar reset room is like going into like a smash room where you just go in there and you just want to take a hammer to everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, get it out of your system.
It's the X-Men training room. You remember
Yeah,
that? You
the
just go in there
room.
and turn it on high and just start taking hits and stuff.
It's dirty,
Dude,
it's wild, it's ugly.
yeah. Dude, I smoke way too much weed. I was there at that show. I remember that. I did meet you at that show because I remember he was from El Paso. I didn't know that, but I remember it going back and forth. And at the end, it was just, you guys are having shots. I was like, how did he do that? That was amazing, dude.
That's great.
Yeah.
It brings people together, man.
Yeah, they're fun. I think after uh I know it's on my Amazon show and all that other stuff, but I do talk about my third year, how I got stabbed on stage. So still got my marks.
Where?
What city?
Back home, El Paso.
El
Yeah.
Paso? For
Yeah.
what?
I was they were having a wake. I'll do the unfunny, straightforward to encourage the listeners to go watch the jokey part. But true behind the scenes shit. There was this bar called the Bayou off of it was by the mall, and we were having this Wednesday night show over there, and we would always like rotate who would close out the show. Um, and it was my turn to close it out, and we show up, and they're having a wake for a dude who died, a biker dude who fucking died.
What?
And then we told him like, hey, like we'll just chill. And I had a DJ there, and it was packed. and they kept going up to my DJ and they kept telling him to like stop the show and just play oldies
Right.
for the dude who died. And nope, comedians got a comedian.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
that's what they got you for. That's what they wanted you for, right? They
Bruh.
weren't there to DJ, were you?
Yeah. And so they just said, hey, don't play comedy anymore. Just play oldies for him. And then they turned around and they started yelling it at me when I was on stage, and I was already pretty fucked and I was faded. And on the mic, I said, when they were like, just play oldies for Flacco. And I said, he's dead now. All songs are oldies.
Oh man, you like, oh,
I'm not wrong, but like, you don't say that in front of his family.
dang. Oh,
Yeah. So
Just like Flacco, those songs are dead.
just after laughter comes tears.
Right.
The, the guy got mad and we had a back and forth, and he came up on stage and after a little interaction with a couple of our fans, he managed to break through my fans by pulling out a knife on them, and they all backed up. He came up on stage. I'm too drunk to react, and we had a little back and forth. And they had already called the cops, so the cops showed up, came in, arrested the guy. Ambulance shows up. They're doing like liquid stitches in the parking lot.
man.
Had people like filming. This fucking
You posted this, didn't you? Like you
This-
posted the video or something?
yeah. And there's somebody filming everything. They're like, oh my God, hazardous comedy with Dominguez gets lit, and fucking cops and everything. And that was the night. The reason why I hold that story so dear was that was the night that I met my mentor who got me into my first comedy club, because he was in the audience.
Oh,
And the entire time while I'm getting attacked, he's cackling in the back.
Because you're getting stabbed?
So I'm getting attacked and he just and it's a comedian.
Best comedy show ever.
Yeah, he's like, this is great. Shout out Ponchi Herrera, who is the first dude to ever, like, as soon as that, he friended me on Facebook, hit me up, said, oh my God, that was fucking wild. And you handled that, and you just kept making jokes while you were getting attacked. You got to be the club owner. And then 2 weeks later, I was doing my first host weekend at the club, and this is fucking 10 years ago. So
Comic strip?
yep.
Yeah, no, I'll give that.
And honestly, Adam, that's literally putting blood, sweat, and tears into the game.
Nice. Nice, Kev.
I mean, come on now.
I mean, look, the thing is that if you, I get it. There's some comics out there who are really good about talking about their perspective and fucking and everything. Me, I just make mistakes and then I put them out in the front. So it's, I get it. We apologize to that family, just to give the epilogue. We apologize to the family and everything, and we bought them a round of shots, which is more than enough to keep fucking biker cholitos happy.
Yeah.
And we gave them free tickets to the comedy club.
That's awesome. Dude, well, man, I just need to make sure that there's a club owner in the audience, and then I'll just get stabbed, bro. I'm gonna make it.
Sean's up there just to stab himself.
Yes, hire somebody to stab me, bro.
WWE, just plant it, just fucking have somebody in the audience. It comes in there being like, oh, God damn, it's Demon Kane.
It's completely staged. It's Hollywood. It's got the blood squirt that's where the knife retracts.
I got lines. It's scripted. I'm like, no, I'm a hero. I don't know.
I'm a hero. Thank me for my service.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Everybody's got to go check that video out. You got that up on Facebook?
On
I
Amazon,
think it's somewhere lost in there because it's been so reposted over and over again that I'm not gonna lie to you, I've lost the original. and it shows up on my memories every once in a while, and I'll save it, and it just looks grody and
Oh
gross.
yeah.
All pixelated and shit.
Yeah, and so it's weird because whenever I tell people like I've got a video of it, and then I'll point it out, be like, okay, you can't really tell, but that's a stage, and you
Yeah.
can't really tell, and you know, you
Yeah.
just see motion. So it's definitely filmed on a potato for sure.
That's funny. Everything is
Oh,
now. Dude,
so Adam, oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Adam, Don, excuse me. So what was that determining factor that was just like, all right, I'm going on the stage and now's my time? Like what got you out there?
So like, I mean, are we talking about in comedy in general, or
Yeah, like whether it was open mic or whatever, what that first like, okay, I think I'm gonna go on stage and do comedy tonight. You know,
uh,
because sometimes it's just a random, sometimes it's homies just betting you at the bar. Like, do the open mic, bro. You're
yeah,
funny,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. They
Because being funny at your boy's birthday party in the back cooking up a steak isn't being on stage.
I'll tell you this is that I'm definitely I come cut from um I come from probably the worst. I have definitely probably the worst comedian origin story. Like I tell comics, like, you know, I just went to a mic and I just something I've always wanted to do. I was managing hotels. I went from like managing, I had a string of hotels that I was managing, and then my soul wasn't fulfilled. And
Mhm.
I would you know, listen to Pandora at the times before Spotify got big, listen to Pandora comedy stations just because I was tired of listening to the music over and again. And I was getting into, you know, Greg Giraldo and Lewis Black, and at that time, those were my heavy listens. And I started talking to a girl, and I planned out that we were going to go on a date to a mic. And we went to the mic, and I just wanted to see it. And I wasn't planning on going up on stage. I just wanted to see what the city had to offer.
Okay, I
And
was gonna say taking a you know, your first time. Well,
no, we went over there, and I was hiding it behind the fact, I'm like, oh my god, they got 250 land sharks. And so and we went over there, we watched the show, and then I started like like kind of heckling
Uh-huh.
quietly in the background. I'm like, yeah, this fucking guy, right? So villain origin story, definitely the worst type of human being. I get it. After being in the business long, I'm like, oh my god, I'm the fucking worst. And I told them that I could do better. And then the host of the show said, well, then fucking sign up right now. We got
Right.
time.
Let's go.
And it was a packed bar because literally El Paso had like maybe two open mics at the time. It was a place called Coconuts, um, run by Jerry Carnes. And it was a rowdy ass bar. Every open micer would get 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes for open mic?
Yeah.
Shit.
So you're listening to a guy stretch you know, my girlfriend sucks jokes for 10 minutes.
I meant stretch.
Yeah, it
Dude,
is.
wait, this is still on the date, right? You're on a
Yeah.
date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I ended up going on this date with this girl, and we were there, we're watching it. I heckled. They said, sign up, fucking don't be a little bitch, sign the fuck up. I signed up. I went up there. I already kind of had an idea, and I started telling a story up on stage, and it quite literally was the worst fucking thing I've ever done. It was so bad, but I was so, I don't know, spiteful or fucking just like, fuck that. I'm gonna do it right. And I never stopped going after that. It got to the point where it just constantly went back over and over again. And yeah.
How was your day? Like, did you have a good set and did your date like it?
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Did the date return or where did it go from there? She just
she
walked
and
home.
I dated for 5 years. She stuck with me.
Okay.
She stuck with me from,
Shout out ex-girlfriend.
yeah, she's not ex-girlfriend, right? She was she was, I'll give her all that credit. The fact that if you're sticking with somebody who's starting comedy,
Right.
um,
Right.
oh
Yeah.
my God, I've seen girls where they're like, yeah, I just started dating this guy. And I'm like, okay, well, let's enjoy this time we have now. We're not gonna see you again like this. You're eventually gonna get tired. It's that open micer who invites his fucking friends and family to the open mics he's performing. It's like, dog, not now. You're dog shit right now. Don't even do this on the low, bro.
Yeah, dude, I met a comic last night in San Diego. Actually, I met him before, but I was talking to him about the first time he was doing comedy. He had been in it for like 6 months, and then big comic. I forgot who he told me, but it was a big comic at the time. And he's like, he asked him, he was working at a comedy club, American Comedy Club downtown, and he asked if he wanted to do, his set, if he wanted to do like a guest spot. The dude 6 months in, like, he said no, I was like, I don't know if I would have done that, but like, because he was like, I wasn't ready, dog. I wasn't ready. And I guess I can see that. You don't want to bomb, but dang.
It's a weird thing because a lot of us get into this business because of ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the more and more you do this, the more and more that you are aware ego exists, but you respect it, right? I started understanding that I'm like, hey, I get it. You're gonna come and you're gonna want to go up there on stage, and you guys know it, where it's just like, hey, I'm gonna light you at 5 minutes and get the fuck off stage. And if they get no laughs, their ego takes over and they're like, fuck that, I'm gonna stay here until I get that fucking laugh.
Yeah.
And then starting to realize that you are part of a show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're just a fucking, if you add continuity to it, the best hosts I've ever met will always go up after a comic that bombed and acknowledge, wow, that sucked, or wow, that was a little rough. You know what? Hey, fucking, and bring it back. We're not gonna pretend that didn't fucking happen.
Right. Like you just swipe left.
Like, nah. Well, that was great. Next comic, and so I think what ends up happening is that one of the comics I fuck with here, and it's weird too because I just met him this year, and he and I become real tight. Mad hustler. He's been doing this for maybe a couple years more than I have. There's a guy named Jamal Coleman. He was the sound guy at the Hollywood Improv. No, the Laugh Factory. He was at the fucking just the sound guy. Hated comedy. Never wanted to do it. Right? Just abysmal. Sat there. He's a fucking rapper. He's a fucking, that was his whole deal. Fucking did not fuck with comedy. They wind up offering him like an opening spot, like, hey, you just warm up the crowd. Goes up there, crushes it because he'd been sitting there watching it for years.
It's absorbing it.
And he's absorbing it.
Coming
and then his brain, like I said, that ego thing where you're sitting there, and ego for him was all like, fuck comedy. This is the lowest form of fucking stupid shit. Gets up there being all like, okay, all right, I get it. I fucking get it.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A. That's awesome.
Your inspiration's gonna hit. And the weird things that drive you are everybody's gas tanks fucking take a different fucking type of gas, bro.
That's a good way to put it, man. I feel that all the time because to me, I feel I'm very scripted. But it's those times that I go off-roading, off the script that I get more laughs because it's I'm being me. I'm being vulnerable. I'm letting people in, and then I get.
You have that poster behind you, that Pablo Francisco poster. So Pablo, worked with him. He's a good friend. He's very, very chill. I fucking love the guy. Pablo, when I was doing the clubs, my first hosting runs, I got selected to go ahead and host for him and Steve Kramer back in El Paso. He heard me do my sets and he would say that you sound too fucking scripted. It's like you're not present with the crowd. And you get it, Pablo. If you've ever heard Pablo Francisco, is very animated, very fucking, I'm here, right?
Yep.
But the thing is in the green room, he's fucking, he's to himself, chain smoking pyramids, right? and yeah, not even the good smokes, bro. Just,
let me have that little moment real quick.
Just there.
Oh God, I forgot those even existed.
Oh my God, fucking
holy shit.
Those pyramids and ligates, bro. I know. And
Oh,
he heard me do my big closer. My big closer was me talking about um how I'm working at a club called the Comic Strip, and that my family doesn't speak English well enough, so they keep calling me the comic stripper, right?
Oh, nice.
And it's old, probably one of my oldest closers I've had. And then I got into the green room as the feature was up, and he's there, fucking hat down, and he's just all like, "You run through that too much. You don't let it sink into them. You don't fucking let them go in there. You should probably do you dance. Do you dance? Have you ever thought about dancing? You ever thought about dancing? You're getting there, right? You're a comic stripper, right? Oh, what if you did jokes in the middle of your stripping?
Oh,
And then I just watch him wake up, and he's all like, you're not even, you're so stuck to just getting out your product that you're not even live
yeah.
reacting to the reviews of your fucking product."
yeah.
He's pretty much telling you, put a damn pole on the stage. Use the
Yeah.
stole if you have to. Use the mic stand. But
I
you're a
started
stripper now. You're a
I
comedian
started doing
stripper.
that. Yeah. Dude, it's fucking
Oh my
nuts
God. It's probably
because
hilarious.
you're watching these comics go up there, and I'll say this, like, Vegas will fuck you up because these are guys who can sit and do the same 15-20 minute set every fucking night.
Mhm.
Now, granted, that may sound like sacrilegious to us who are like, no, I got to give them the top tier product, but our crowds change every night.
Right.
There's no
Right.
challenge. You don't have to.
Well, do you think that's kind of like if we go to a concert, right? Like I think the big concert I went to, I mean, I went to the Wailers, but let's
Yeah.
talk Metallica, right? And you're like, God, they do the songs that they did in the 80s when they were like 17 because they're hits. But like you said, the crowd's changing every single night. And that song still stays the same. But
My
if you ask them,
pops,
they probably would rather do some of their other hits, but they know that's not what people came to see.
no, my pops used to tell me this, where he said, uh, Radiohead had to play Creep for so fucking long.
Great song.
So he's all like, they had to play Creep for so fucking long that now that it's a special treat if they ever decide to bring it out.
Yeah.
Mm.
They hate
He's
it.
all like, right now, you are not at that point where you can be fucking picky to be like, no, fuck that, right? Hey man, they showed up here to listen to Enter Sandman, you know,
Yeah.
fucking Trapped. I like to bring them up because they're a shit band, but people go out and they see them like crazy to hear one song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see how fucking weird that is,
Right.
Yeah.
right? And it turns into
It's like Faith No More. If they
yeah,
have to do Epic, if they don't do Epic, who the fuck is Faith No More?
oh, like, the perfect fucking example, because I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Faith No More and Lovage and Mr. Bungle and all that.
Yep.
He hated all of the Faith No More stuff. That the motherfucker created new bands. Just like, I don't want to do this shit no more. I I think that's it. If you're a comic right now, do everything that fucking works for you and keeps you loving it.
I like that.
And the second you stop loving this, and the second you start treating this like it's a fucking job,
Yeah.
right? Because it is, but also this is the job that rewards you for loving this shit.
Well, a little transparency here, so super busy. We're all busy, whatever. If you're busy itching your balls, you're busy, right? But
Yeah.
I was kind of slacking on my 3 jokes, and somebody else had submitted some. Don's got some backups just in case. Sometimes we got to have somebody else come stand my place. Like you said, you stop going to school. School's fucking hard, and it consumes me. But I'm making that sacrifice. But this podcast means something to me. Comedy means something to me. This is my future. Granted, I want school too, but I want that degree. It's like that. Like you said, I'm gonna keep coming back because I'm not quitting.
Oh yeah.
But this podcast means something, so I gotta put something on that back burner just for a little while because I also am dedicated and driven by this.
Thanks for saying that, Kev. Dude, I just saw something with David Tell. He was talking about Insomniac and how he started, and he's like, he was telling what he was trying to do with it. He didn't go to big cities, big clubs, always the small places to late night, because that's what he does. And he's like, that wasn't a paycheck. He's like, I
Mhm.
didn't do this to get rich. He's like, you have to have that passion to create something that you really, really want because it's not gonna be for the money, you know? So thanks, Kev. I appreciate it, man. I got your back, and I'm never trying to replace you because I
I already know,
know
brother.
that, you know.
No, I already know. And you always ask if, hey, if you need someone, or I'll say, hey, I ain't gonna make it, man. This,
Yeah,
unfortunately, I can't.
yeah. You know, I got your back,
I
brother.
know that, brother.
Adam, in all these stories, brother, I was wanting to ask you, but I didn't want to interrupt. When did you start comedy, and how long have you been in it?
So uh it'll be 14 years this August. I like to say
Dang.
this, that I've been doing this for 14 years, but only correctly 5,
Okay.
Hmm.
right?
And I want to throw this out there real quick, and on top of that, and please just add it in, but are you considered a clean comic, or what do you think of clean comedy? And you can run
So
back anytime you want.
so and I'm
Because
a
you know,
fan
that
of,
feels
so
really quick.
yeah.
I want to add this just real quick too, because it feels like I almost feel like that's where everything's going, and it drives me crazy on a personal level.
So I I will tell you that they will tell you to have a clean set. I will encourage you to have a clean set because you'll make the most money and you'll be able to sustain living that
Facts.
way. After having that, fuck that,
Deal.
right? Fuck that shit. Because eventually, what eventually ends up happening is that your audience will find you,
Mm,
right? They're gonna fuck with you. They're
right.
gonna hear what weird shit comes out of your mouth, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, I fuck with that." And there's a comic, one of the comics, and no one knows who the fuck he is, but he's totally one of my all-time favorites. There's a guy named Josh Sneed. He would do a bit where he would say, like, I used to be the type of comic where I wanted 100% of the laughter of the room. Fuck that now. He's all like, I've been doing this long enough where if I get 30% of the laughter, right, I consider this a successful night. He's all
Right.
like, if I get out of a room of 100 people and I get 3 people to buy merchandise who will
Uh,
remember me after the show, that is fucking great. And then he just works every fucking night, and then you get a brand new 3 and a brand new 3 and a brand new 3, and then
right.
that's how you build your following. And eventually, when you fill up an arena or a fucking theater or whatever with those 3s that you've collected and
Mhm.
everything, that's the game plan.
Yeah.
An agent told me, does it fit your brand? Does this fit your brand? Does you being dirty? Does you being that? Does that fit your brand? Would your
Ooh,
already existing fans expect that of you?
ooh.
And then you're like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I
Does it
did an
fit your
OnlyFans
brand?
special, and they were like, would they trip about? I brought it up to them. I was like, would people trip knowing that I have a fucking OnlyFans special and I'm posting on OnlyFans as a joke, and then it's starting to take off and it's stupid, and I'm openly making fun of it on stage. And that's all he said. He was like, does it fit your brand? Would anybody be surprised? Would
Mm,
anybody turn around and being all like, that's not what Adam does?
right.
And in fact, most of my fans are like, that's what fucking Adam does. Adam just does shit.
I
Nice.
love that.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff, man. This is why we do this, Adam. Thank you for being here, brother.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense to me, bro, because we do this to like pick out, gems from comics who've been doing it, a lot longer than we have. And what made sense to me is how you're saying, like, yeah, there's the clean, there's the dirty, but what I got was like how you have the bar set and then you have like a club set. It's a different setting. So it may be the same set, but you present it in a different manner, I guess.
I
And
mean, you got to learn how to play the instrument first before you can start taking on your own jazz tracks,
Mhm. Right.
like just learn the basics. It's hey, learn how to do a quick setup punch. Do you know how to do a storyteller? Do you know how to do a fucking, diverted? Do you know how to fucking do a left turn? Do you know how to fucking, right? All that shit. And
yeah,
then when you find out how you know how to do all that stuff, what makes my favorite comics are the ones who go up on stage seemingly like they're coming up with it right then and there,
mhm,
Mm,
when you start realizing that they're like, oh, motherfucker's been practicing this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But your delivery is all like, oh shit, it's that. And once you start getting good at writing while on stage, bro, you'll know for a fact you'll be a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, so writing on stage, when you say that, like I don't know if that's what I've been doing, but I've been like bullet pointing. I'll bullet point certain things that I want to hit, and then this is an open mic, you know what I mean? It's not at a show or anything, but I'll bullet point and then I'll just
Watch,
come up with it.
we'll do something. We'll do something here. All right. So I'll bring up something and we'll start. Kev, fuck it, mate. We're hijacking this shit. We're doing this shit right here. So you covered three things. What you know, what you don't know, and what you would change about it. Right? The reason why you cover those three things is because it sets familiarity with the crowd, right?
Okay.
So say fantasy football. What do you know about fantasy football?
Okay, fuck that. I do know something about goddamn fantasy
Yeah.
motherfucking football. I know it's a real addiction. There's real players in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Another one.
people love gambling on it. And
Okay.
I don't enjoy it.
What don't you know about it?
What don't I know? Oh, a whole lot.
Go ahead.
I don't know why people find it so damn interesting.
Now, if you were to be able to create fantasy football, what would you do with it?
Get rid of it. No, honestly, I would shit. What would I do with it? From my understanding, from what I've got, I would replace the NFL with it.
Yeah. So
people are building their own teams and they're loving it. Like the conversations I've just overheard and kind of been in, sounds like it's better than watching the actual games.
So then you turn around and you're like, hey, we have no more NFL. So here's what I would do, right? You just created a joke right there. Like fantasy football, right? It's a fucking addiction. Holy shit, are you kidding me? People get so addicted to it, right? Me personally, I don't understand it. I don't know how it fucking works. Honestly, for me, let's just get rid of the NFL, right? And then we just do names on a sheet of paper, and then we all see what happens on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's great. On the fly.
You just created. That's all you.
On the DUM podcast, folks.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's once you start getting into the groove of that shit, and you start figuring out, because the reason why you say what you know is it says, all right, here's what I know about the topic at hand. And the best part about it is that you can be wrong. So when you say what I don't know about the subject, lets the crowd know where you're coming from and gets them their perspective.
Right. That you
then
don't know at all.
Say what you would change, there's your joke.
Nice.
See, yeah, I'm glad you explained that, because I was thinking, like Don said, he's got his bullet points, and I was over here thinking that, okay, when I do jokes on the fly, it's, I got my set, I'm on stage, and hopefully, because I'm real bad at this, I've got my recording going. And all of a sudden, somebody will give me some feedback, some crowd work, and I'll dive in, or I'll just wing something off that just goes with it because I'm more comfortable with that set where it seems real natural and I'm just talking to the crowd. And all of a sudden, I say something that even I'm inside my head going, ha, that's fucking funny. If I can crack myself up at my own shit, like legitimately, I know I got to go home, hit replay and note that down and add it into the set, or, keep it for later or something. But that's what I was.
All of that comes from just being present. That's
being present in the moment,
present with the audience. That's it. What's up?
And the way I kind of looked at, you said your buddy, that dude, he was just rapping. That's kind of where I get my start when I look at clean comedy. And like, I appreciate that you said, if you want to be paid and repeatedly booked in certain venues, that's just like the rap game. When people are like, man, that shit's fake, that shit's whack, they got radio play. Well, yeah, because that's where the money's at. They can't be saying certain things on the radio, especially back in the day. Like, you didn't have all these apps. You had the DJ radio station and then your video on MTV. So you didn't have the actual parental explicit lyric label. You had the clean version. And if you wanted to be successful in the game, you had to do a clean LP. Like, it's just what you needed to do.
Snoop Dogg sells Skechers.
Right.
You think about that.
Right.
Think about that. And when you ask, does anybody in the hood wear Skechers? And he says, no. But you know who wears Skechers? Fucking everybody. Everybody else.
Everyone outside the hood.
Everybody else outside the hood, which is a bigger demographic. Each one of them paying anywhere of a minimum of $40 to $90 for
Money.
Skechers. And you're sitting there knocking his hustle.
Yep.
Sing Radiohead's Creep.
Yeah. There you go.
Bow, bow.
Adam, you've been all over the place now, brother. What, and you're telling us that you got stabbed in El Paso. Have you witnessed any dangerous situations in Las Vegas?
Besides your own.
I mean, I think, yeah, we recently had an incident. Was this last week? With a comic. I'm gonna leave his name out because I know that that's on his deal.
Oh, drop it.
Yeah, I mean, you could bleep it. But yeah, he's headlining the club out over here, and he's old school. He's very, very old school. He's funny, very energetic, very likable, but he's very, very old school. And almost a near sold out crowd, and somebody in the audience started shouting out that he was stealing jokes.
Mm.
And then it escalated to where he ended his set early and walked out and beeline to him outside the club. And the headliner's family was there. They started throwing beers at the fucking heckler.
Wow.
It escalated to a point where security got involved and everything. And so I guess to sum up, as the answer to your question, it's Vegas and everybody's drunk.
Mm.
There will always be a situation. There will always be a moment in there where somebody wants to start shit. You don't know where everybody's lines are.
Yep.
That's kind of why with club comedy, people come in there and you have to assume whenever you're doing like a comedy club, it's probably, I'd say, anywhere between 20 to 30% of that audience's first time ever being in a comedy club.
Oh, dang, really?
That's
And
high.
so a lot of them have only seen it on TikTok. They've only seen what like Matt Rife clips or Don't Tell Comedy or fucking Dry Bar. They see that and that's what they think it is.
Mm.
And so they come in and they think you're gonna be the mimic version of their favorite comic that's built up in their head. And if you are anything but that, they will step up to you, or they will voice their opinion, or they will, actively let you know that they do not like what's happening. And it's, yeah, that's why I say is the being present thing has been like such a godsend realization for my comedy. Was like I have my set and I kept trying to shove it down the throats of every show I did, not being able to read the room and then realizing, oh, hey, they're probably not going to like this. I could have done this one. I could have done that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying become a fucking crowd work comic. I'm just saying is your adaptability, will keep you out of danger. It really were. It really, really would. I've been, that's not the first time I've been attacked on stage. I've had it happen. I've had fucking beer bottles thrown. I got to the point where it became a fun show if Adam got attacked.
Dude, but like, so I mean, that makes a lot of sense, right? Like, be present. You have to be present in order to see that beer bottle coming at you. I mean, if you're just like, oh yeah, doing my act, yeah, you're not paying.
It's the equivalent of having your head so far up the ass, that you're just not even aware that you're actually you're trying to get paid to entertain the crowd, but a lot more comics are more entertained by themselves.
I'm relating that to, because I've seen sometimes, and again, no names. And definitely, I have definitely had jokes not land, and you could hear the needle fucking drop. It happens. But when your whole set is going like that, how do you feel? Because sometimes I'm like, and hopefully yours has not done that, but sometimes I'm like, I'm watching it and I'm like, bro, just call it, just get off the stage.
Yeah,
you have lost that crowd.
I will
not even lost it. You never had it.
Yeah.
It's that
I
ego
was
Adam was talking about is that you
it's
got
ego.
to get that laugh. You got to get them sometime. I saw it last night, man. People were drowning in the beginning and then they went off their off-roading and
Right.
boom. And they had to call it out too. Like, oh,
But they
gotcha.
gotta call it.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
own it.
Yeah.
I think what ends up happening is that like, all right, my home club, the owner of the club didn't give a shit to be. They always joke about how we wouldn't get paid. You weren't getting paid because you were funny. You were getting paid because you could fill the time,
Mhm.
right? It was more of a, can you just go up there and talk? Don't worry about it. The feature and headliner are gonna pick it up. You don't have to be anybody up there. Just fucking talk while they're ordering their drinks, and then talk when they're paying their tabs.
God damn,
That's
that's
it.
brutal.
And they would always say the only thing you have to perfect is the announcements, where you'd say, okay, well, that's my time. Don't forget, we do fundraisers over here, and next week we have this comic. You guys ready for your feature act? Boom, boom, boom. Goodbye. You know, I that would happen. Um, when I moved here to Vegas, I'll give you. I'm not just doing this as a name drop. I'm literally doing this because so you guys understand what crowd I'm talking about. Um, I was doing some shows in Phoenix, and I flew in. I got called in to host a show for professional wrestler Rob Van Dam, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing stand-up comedy
What?
now, and he sells out this comedy club of just a bunch of wrestling fans, and they're all pretty fucking hardcore. And this dude asked me to host. The club owner asked me to host, and I tanked bad, 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 bad. So fucking bad that they moved the comedian who's supposed to go before Rob first so he can save the show.
Yep.
And so I just got off stage. A good show promoter will light you early, and they're like, oh, he's dying up there. I'm just going to get him off.
Right.
That guy goes up on stage, and of course, he does what he has to do, and he buries me. He openly acknowledges, like, oh, you guys did not like him. Oh my God, everybody stay quiet. You can hear the gunshot in the background. You can fucking going at it. As soon as he gets off stage, I go back up there to bring up the next comic, and I'm like, "Oh, that's what you guys are supposed to sound like." My bad, fucking, oh, and self awareness, man. It's the fucking damnedest thing, dude.
Right.
Yeah, it's
But, you know,
priceless, man. So what I
we're
go ahead, Kev.
no, go ahead, Don.
No, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we're in the business of instant gratification, man.
Yeah,
That's where we're at this era now, dude. So what I got out of all this, we got be present in the moment, probably learn jujitsu, and learn how to get stabbed. Got it.
Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for the Jiggity Jump Session.
Oh yeah. I'm over here drumming. That's what's going on. I'm having an attack. It's time for the Jiggity Joke Session, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 3 comics playing today. Count them 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna get this Jiggity Joke Session started with Adam. Sir, you are our special guest. So
Special
you get to go
guest.
first.
blessed be for the 3 women who maybe be watching this. Blessed be.
There.
It wasn't too long ago that Ford Motor Company could care less if OJ Simpson lived or died. But now that he is dead, Ford stocks are on the rise, and all their car lots have started a 30-day sales extravaganza event called the Nicole, which is not to be beaten out by their post Toyotathon Ron Simpson.
He threw that punch up, right?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Oh,
Good
man.
job. Good job.
Oh,
All right, all right. Excellent read. You're a good reader, man. All right,
yeah.
Kev, you are up, sir.
I love how you always do that, Don. You're like, you're a good reader. And now, Kev,
And now it's the opposite. No, go for it, Kev.
hey, I'm getting better. All right, here we go. Female mosquitoes literally suck because they bite people. And male mosquitoes don't. So what do male mosquitoes do? Just hang out in the background, swinging dicks for the ladies? I don't know, but before I ended their lives, I told them that their girlfriends are all going to be sucking on me later. And now I got AIDS.
Look at all those male cuck mosquitoes over there. Just watching wives suck on other people.
Jeez.
Nice, Kev. Good read, brother.
One time through.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
So proud of myself right now. I'm gonna tell my mama.
Yep. Everybody's proud of you out there, bro. Yeah. All right. My turn. I am not even on it. All right, here we go. I always ask myself these questions, but let's see if you guys can answer this question. What works harder than a Chinese sweatshop? What? Take two. What works harder than Chinese sweatshop children?
What?
The algorithm for Korean facial recognition.
God damn.
Oh,
Wow.
Man, come on.
Dude.
Come on.
oh, that's good. Awesome.
Offensive to all of our Korean viewers.
Good one. We're gonna get Bobby Lee on here for sure with that. All right. All right. Adam, you are up, sir.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been Latino all my life. And Mexicans never like getting invited to events like golfing with the boys, because they don't think that we have golf clubs. But you know what? I've got golf clubs. Yeah, they're stolen, but I got them. And on top of that, you've never seen a Chrysler Bonneville on the top of the logo on top of these golf clubs right over here. That's right. It's because of my Tios. Fucking Tio Club, bro.
Nice. All right, Kev, the All-Star, you are up, sir.
I got a question for y'all. Y'all even viewing today. What do pregnant women over 40 and Netflix have in common?
What?
They overproduce specials.
Wow.
Oh, special. Oh, man. That's a good one. Good one.
True.
Good one.
There we go.
All right, my turn. Do you know why a master's degree is called that? It's because it wasn't made for people of color. But now that people of color are graduating at an all-time high, they're calling the master's degree freedom's degree.
I like it.
Oh, good one.
Good
Give it the face
Freedom
now. What is
forgiveness
it,
pack.
red?
Your Biden Freedom Forgiveness Pack. Right?
Cancellation, here we come.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Adam, you are up, sir.
Who haven't we offended yet? Honestly.
Right. Exactly.
You know what? I think Mexicans have been getting off way too easy. And that's why they have so many kids. Thing
Oh,
is that
geez.
Mexicans
Getting off way too- Ah!
Mexicans I haven't written that. Is that even on my chat? I don't even see it on my chat.
That's good.
Mexicans watch their back, yeah. We usually don't let vatos creep up, right? You never see creeper or fucking, snake or fucking la loca, right? Because they're gonna check every vehicle door like it's a game show from the hood. It actually is. It's actually a game show from the hood. It's actually called the Unlocked Victim of the Week.
Nice.
Right? You guys can catch it on Tubi.
Dude, hell yeah.
Tubi will take anything.
Tubi will take it. Hey, I got something featured on Tubi.
So that's
I'm sure you have. We love Tubi. Shout out Tubi. Go ahead, sponsor the Dumb Podcast.
Shout out to you fucking Mexicans and black people's choice of Netflix.
The black and brown Netflix.
Yeah, it's the black and brown.
Yeah, the black and brown specials.
We call it BBN.
Yeah. It's the BET, but it's the fucking B is changed for black or brown.
Black and brown Netflix.
Your choice.
It's better than low budget channel.
Oh God, yeah. Freebie, let's get it going.
All right, Kev, you
Okay.
are up, sir.
All right. I don't think. Hold on, excuse me. I got choked up. That ginger beer really gets
Oh,
me.
you drunk? You cut off.
He said, "Wow,
Hard R on that ginger.
hard R on that ginger." Hey, you
Dude,
know,
he
you
lifted up. He
reverse that
lifted
end of that G.
Yeah, he lifted that bottle up really quick, and he just went like this, and I was like, "What's that bottle called?"
He know I don't drink. All right. I don't think that there are any black ghosts on old slave plantations. As soon as a black person died, their ghost was like, finally, and got the fuck out of there.
The only time black people wear sheets is when they're ghosts.
Oh God. Oh wow.
Oh man, that was a good one. That was a
That
good
ain't
one.
hey, that ain't a ghost. That ain't a ghost in the eye holes. That's actually them.
That's actually, that was just like,
Oh.
why have we not caught this? Wow, we are appropriating so many cultures here.
Oh,
That's
hey.
Good read, Kev. Good joke. For everybody out there and anybody else that wants to participate, we do accept jokes. That joke was actually written by another comic by the name of Justin Kirshner. So
Shout out
joke,
Justin.
Justin, great
Justin,
job. Thank you,
you're
brother.
kind of racist, Justin.
And he's a white guy.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it again. What was that?
Said, and he's a white guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought you said he was gay. You were giving me a reason to hate him.
Let's just add everybody.
Hey, you
Come
just
on.
added that one in there for fun. We said, who are we missing? Got him.
Yeah.
Got him. Nice. All right. I actually haven't gotten everybody. Let me finish this last joke. Yes?
All right, go for
All
it.
right. A Sandy Hook survivor
Oh shit.
and a Bukkake porn star and a Kennedy walk into a bar. And the bartender says, "Shots for everybody."
God damn. Wow.
Shots fired.
Wow.
We just need a school shooter joke, bro,
Oh.
and we're done. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
That's what caps it out. Don't worry, police will show up way too late.
Hey, you know what? Speaking about that, did y'all hear about this shit that because I was trying to pull some stuff from today's world, when I was writing. Did y'all see this stabbing that took place in Australia of all places, in Sydney?
Mm-mm.
Like the world's lost its shit. Like when was the last time you saw some mass shit happen in Australia?
No.
With a knife. Just started stabbing people in the mall.
I think that's kind of like, is it weird that my brain wants to have that in our country? It's just, hey, let's just get rid of all the guns. Just everybody goes back to samurai swords.
Right. Swords and knives and shields.
Yeah. Let's just go into it. The fuck you doing over here, bitch? What the fuck? And then fucking the little anime fucking
a tonto.
Yeah. Oh my god. Let
Yeah.
that fucking happen.
How are you pulling out the sword? Are you going from the side or are you going from the back?
That's the thing. That's what makes them all different. You're gonna see those little fucking side pullers, right? Which also sounds like a gay term, but
it does. Or somebody with a really big Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna say from your zipper, bro. Just
I wrap it around the side like a belt.
These hip
It's like booty tang.
Yeah. You're gonna have somebody with a blade on their belt, and they're just gonna.
It's like those remember them bracelets that you'd slap them on your wrist and they and then you'd straighten them and then you break them. Maybe sword like that,
The bisexual bracelets, because sometimes they're straight and sometimes they're
bisexual bracelets.
Yeah, I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh no.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Before we forget.
back to the game.
Yes.
Now,
We're
did you get a picture too?
That's it. We're done with the game, correct, Kev?
No.
Three?
Well, we're done with the three, but
Yeah.
we
But
still gotta.
okay, you want to tell them what we're
Sure,
doing?
I can do that. All right, Adam. So we'd like to play a little game at the end, and what we do is we have the guest. You're gonna you're gonna guess what comic wrote your three jokes. You know, all three, and however, the jokes could also been a compilation of Don and I.
Yeah, we could have wrote them together. When you
Now, what do you win at
start,
the end? Yeah.
when you start telling us what your guesses are, give us like a brief description of the joke, like general.
Okay. I think mine came off pretty easy because OJ Simpson joke, I'm gonna throw to Kev. I think because uh um there when black people distance themselves from other terrible black people, they have to fucking draw the line and being all like, oh, you know what? That guy sucked. Me on the other
Come on, man. Come on, Adam. I so badly want to say you're fucking wrong right now, but you're right.
Oh, it's so hard to keep from laughing. That was
Trust
good.
us, the same principle is the same reason why I think the second joke, where it talks about Mexicans, goes to Mario down here because, right, he's gonna sit there being all like, "Wow, look at us! I steal golf clubs."
I actually stopped stealing, so
He's good. He's good. All
Yeah.
right, you're 2 for 2.
And then third one, Mexicans watch their back. I'm going to also give this one because of the way it was written, where my favorite thing is when they say Mexicans watch their back. A
Hey,
A
E-H exclamation point. Mexican watch their back. Like you were trying to throw me off like you were Canadian by going like Mexicans watch their back, eh?
Kev's from Canada.
oh shit.
So who's your
On
guess?
top of that, I've never met
He already
anybody.
guessed.
I've never met anybody outside of the Latino culture who really hates fully spelling out the word because. It is always C-U-Z. We don't let vatos creep because you check your, you fucking you're code switching. I see that. I see
Oh,
that.
It's just easier. That's all.
that's funny. All right. Hey,
That's
3 for
all.
3.
Three
Good
for three,
job.
sir. You are the only one that's gotten
First.
100% so far.
The fifth season. We're on the fifth?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the fourth season. So at the end, we'll have a little contest. We may put the third season and fourth season together since we didn't have that contest last time. But everybody that's got 100% on these questions come back and then we do a little joke off. So we do it time.
Freestyle.
Gross. Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
What is it? Yeah, dude, thank you for being here. This is the time. And
Yeah, perfect timing.
yeah, dude, you gave us so much, so many gems, so much
Absolutely. Thank you.
laughter, joy, brother. It's nice to finally sit down and talk. What do you got, bro? Promote it out there. Let us know.
I mean, let's see. Everything's branded at Adam J. Dominguez. Literally every social media is all there. We've got clips coming out almost every other day. We're getting back on the YouTube Shorts, and then we're bringing back the My Morning Coffee series, which I used to fuck with, and it was a series of literally my first thought I would have in the morning, and it was literally my most autistic thought I could come up with, and then I would throw it out there. I think my last episode was you got to be careful with grammar and punctuation, because if I say that I hate crime, some people would think that I hate crime. and we're filming for the comedy reviewers in a couple weeks. I don't know if it's going to come out, but then we're hitting back the tour. We'll be back on tour doing dates in Indiana, Texas, back to New Mexico. We've got some Northern Cali, Portland. We'll be back over there. Everything is Adam J. Dominguez. You guys can keep up with that. And I'm very, very vocal. And also, we passed kidney stones, so we're doing great.
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. Thank you again for being here, brother. It was so funny, so awesome to have you here. You got to keep doing that coffee talk, or Kev, you too. You got to, it reminds me of your shower talk. Remember?
Dude, you read my mind, bro. I was just thinking,
Bro,
like, damn, I
both of
can't
those guys are
two
like,
more weeks, man.
they're
Have them
gems.
all. More content, the better.
Two
Yeah.
more weeks. I'm getting back to the heavy grind of comedy and promoting and all
What
that.
else you got, Kev? What do you want to promote?
Just KevTheAllstar.com. Kev the Allstar on any platform. I got the 420 show. And then, yes, I won't even mention that one. It's so far out. But yeah, we're just wrapping up the school thing. So, but
Heck
we're
yeah.
good. I'm happy to still be here and still trying to be present, But
Heck
2 more weeks, yeah, we'll see some things changing.
Awesome, brother. Well, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for
Yeah.
being you, man. You're graduating, doing big things while you're still doing this, so we all appreciate it. For myself, no shows booked as of now, but we do have the Patreon for the Dumb Podcast, which we've got the roast of Don Dario on there. We've got some episodes that haven't aired on here. We usually air all the episodes on there first. Plus, if you get on the Patreon now, you'll get this special deal where you get a free comedy buddy. That's right. Don Dario will be your buddy. No, but that's in
That's
there.
a damn good buddy, okay?
Yeah. And remember, man, we got affiliates now. All right. Go to lexiscomedyclub.com. Start donating if you want to get some free tickets right now. She's looking for investors, when she actually gets the brick and mortar. Go to comedyschools.com if you want to start comedy, take a class. All right. Get with Big Tony V, baby. He knows what he's talking about. And if you decide to be a comic and you want to start, putting yourself out there and get yourself under a label, All Stars United LLC, baby. That's what we do. We put them all together and we help everybody out, all the comics together, trying to come up together. If you're in Phoenix, west side of Phoenix, Aguilas Hideaway, they got 3 locations. 2 in Avondale, 1 in Buckeye. The one in Avondale, the original, has the downstairs bunker where we do the Say When open mic. Check that out if you're in Phoenix. It's the bomb in the bomb shelter. And there's lots of bombs because it's comedy. But that's it, man. Follow DonDarioComedy.com on all the socials, everything. And thank you for watching. Stay safe and have fun in life, folks.
And live to laugh, laugh to live, because without laughter, what's the point?
And stick a finger in there and smell it because you don't know where she's been.
Yeah. Peace.